Good afternoon, Salem, and welcome to SHS Today. I'm Grace Brennan, and joining me at the news desk today is Kayla Nelson.
This week, we'll take a look at mental health in the school, the NBA draft, Thanksgiving traditions, Black Friday, music reviews, and much more.
But first, Ariana Cabrera caught up with Salem High School students and staff to get some insight on the new program the Guidance Counseling Department has put in place this year, Wellness Wednesday.
Hi, this is Ariana Cabrera from SHS Today, reporting from outside the guidance counseling offices at Salem High School. Today, we will be discussing with students and staff alike about Wellness Wednesday, the new program put in place here. Each Wednesday, the guidance counseling department sends out a survey to every student in the school to check in with them mentally.
I think the students who, at least from what I can tell, they are being honest about the answers that they're putting. So we're having a lot of follow-up conversations, and students are telling us some more details about some of their answers and some of the things they're concerned about.
Very honest. I feel like if you do lie, there's no point of doing it.
Well, not very honest at all. I just said that I was fine because I got called down once and then never filled them out again.
We started the year probably getting about 900 or so, which is good, and I think the last couple weeks we've had about 600.
I did it the first 2 weeks of school, but after that I didn't really do it because it's the same answer for me.
Every week I try to do it as much as I can.
What we do, we have a team that gets together block 2. So the survey goes out block 1, block 2, a team comes together and we look at all the responses that we get in and we catch the students who say that they want to talk to someone today or within the next couple days. And then we also have a system in place where we look at not just that question, but a combination of some of the other questions. So we reach out to students who might also say that they aren't feeling safe somewhere, that they're also feeling sad or uncomfortable or upset about something, but even though they didn't say they wanted to talk to someone, we will still try to reach out to some of those students too.
I would say that once people heard that kids were getting called down because of saying that they were actually concerned, everybody just started lying on them, so I wouldn't say that any were called down.
If I had an issue with something that was going on, I feel like that it would be addressed immediately.
Although the response to Wellness Wednesday has been varied, the hope is that this new program here at Salem High will help improve the students' mental health. This is Ariana Cabrera from SHS Today, signing off.
As a student who has to take the Wellness Wednesday survey, I could say that it's nice knowing that they're keeping an eye on the well-being of all students.
Moving on to sports, Zach, Joey, and Toby will be speaking about the NBA draft and how the Celtics did this year.
Hi, my name is Zach Merritt, and today I'll be interviewing Salem High School students about what they think about the Celtics NBA picks and the NBA 2020 draft.
With the 14th pick in the 2020 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Aaron Nesmith from Vanderbilt University.
And the right color suit. That looks like on my monitor here, it looks like he has the Celtic green suit. He averaged 23 points a game, shot better than 50% from the floor, 52% from three.
Then I asked the students about how they felt on the Celtics not drafting a center.
Yeah, I watched the draft, bro. It was a pretty snazzy draft, not gonna lie. Some pretty whack picks, though. But pissed off, though. The Celtics didn't draft a center. And didn't Gordon Hayward opt out of his, what was it?
He opted out of his contract.
Opted out of his contract.
I watched the draft with my brother. I'm kind of mad that the Celtics didn't draft a center.
That's how the students of Salem High School feel about the NBA draft. Thank you for watching. This is Salem High School News.
Oh, it has been a crazy year for sports for sure. It will be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Moving on to entertainment news, Savannah, Kayla, and Emily will now be catching us up on what is going on in the world of celebrities.
Hi, I'm Kayla Nelson. Today we will be discussing the controversy surrounding Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard. Heard and Depp were in an abusive relationship that ended up in court. Heard played it out to seem like she was the victim, when there was evidence showing that Heard was actually the abuser and Depp was the victim. Depp ended up losing the battle, and now his career is spiraling downhill. Depp is being cut from a lot of future roles, including his role as Gellert Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Many people are upset over this and the fact that Heard's career isn't affected at all. People plan on boycotting upcoming movies that either have cut Depp in the past or still have Heard appearing in them.
We interviewed a few people around the school to get their opinions on the subject.
I do think, from what I've heard, I think Depp does deserve justice, considering that there's so many situations where they talk about, that abuse can happen to everyone, and the fact that that is not accurately represented clearly through the situation. Like, I feel like there needs to be more justice for not your typical, abuse situation, if that makes sense.
Johnny Depp deserves justice because he's been through a lot, and it seems like Amber Heard is lying a lot about a lot of things.
I think it sucks. It's expected because she's gonna try to defend herself, but I think it's ridiculous because there's so much proof to show that she's the abuser. Everyone. I so far haven't heard a single person who has the opinion that she's not the abuser has said, oh, I don't think she did this.
Show good character in her because she's it seems like she's lying about a lot of things and circumstances.
According to our interviews, most people believe that Johnny Depp deserves justice and that Amber Heard should be held accountable for her actions.
Continuing with entertainment news, Connor and Jared are here with some music reviews. This week they'll be looking at Humanistic by Abandoned Pools.
Hello and welcome to Salem High School Music Review, where we talk about music albums and review them. Today we actually got a $5 budget increase, so we actually were able to afford to get a microphone. Today the album we were reviewing is Humanistic by Abandoned Pools.
Now you may be wondering why we're reviewing an album that was released in the early 2000s. Well, we'll get to that, but first, let's talk about this album. Humanistic, in my opinion, is one of those hidden early 2000 gems that will provide you with a high school-like atmosphere and gives you nostalgia for early times that seem so precious years later. Songs like Sunny Day and Start Over are some of the best on the album too, that each provide memorable tunes that will make you think of new beginnings or summer days.
Despite that, a lot of the songs on the album felt a little samey, with similar elements, and there was a delay on the drums, and also there was a lot of distortion on the guitar, definitely a very sign of early 2000s. Now you may be asking, what makes this seemingly forgotten gem of an album relevant today? Well, for that, we have to go and let's look at a certain show that has come back to relevance recently.
Way back in the 1980s, secret government employees.
Abandoned Pools played a part in the making of the Clone High soundtrack, making the show's intro theme using songs like Start Over and Sunny Day and the original broadcast of the show from 2002 and 2003. If you don't know what Clone High is, well, you most likely have seen this.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys!
The show has recently had a lot of popularity boom because of this meme, so it's introducing more people to the show as well as Abandoned Pools as a whole, which means this album is relevant. I'd have to give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Almost, once again, perfect, but it has those really samey elements that kind of prevent it from being an all-time great.
Wow, we're gonna have to listen to that album right away.
With Thanksgiving coming up, Matt, Angel, and Nathan decided to go around and ask students what their favorite Thanksgiving traditions are. Let's take a look.
Hello, my name is Matthew Hanna, and today we're going to be interviewing people on their usual Thanksgiving traditions.
Usually my whole family goes to my grandmother's house, and we just have a whole sleepover there.
Usually, I have some family over. It's they live very nearby, so we often don't need to fly them out. They're just family that's nearby. It's normally just my little cousin and my grandparents.
So usually it's a big family gathering. It's it depends. Some in years it's been at my sister's up in Meredith with her extended family and mine. So yeah, big family gathering.
I usually go to my aunt's house and we just eat a lot and I hang out with my cousins. We play basketball sometimes even though I don't know how to play, but that's fun.
We usually alternate between families, between my mom's side of the family and my stepfather's side of the family every year or so. But this year we're going to be at my grandparents' and we usually have a huge gathering, so I'm not sure if it's going to be that big this year due to COVID.
We also interview people to see if they did this because of COVID.
Yeah, we're not doing that this year. It's going to be a little smaller. It's going to be me and my kids, my fiance and her son, and I think just my brother and his daughter and his wife. That's it. So we see them all the time, so that's kind of our inner circle.
No, I do not think so. I honestly don't think we're really doing anything too extravagant. I don't know if I think we might call them or whatever, but other than that, I don't think we're doing anything like that this year.
Instead, we're all just zooming in from our own houses and having a Zoom dinner.
I'm not sure yet about my family, but if we do, I know that we're all going to be socially distanced and stuff, so.
As you can see, many people's Thanksgiving traditions needed to change this year due to the coronavirus, and to be safe and social.
It's interesting hearing everyone's different traditions and how COVID has changed them.
Continuing on with the idea of COVID affecting Thanksgiving, Mila and I focused on the idea of Black Friday. Black Friday is coming up.
A day known for the huge sales and long lines.
Black Friday has always been a crazy day to go out and go shopping.
We interviewed a few people on their views of Black Friday and what they think of it as of this year.
I think Black Friday is really fun. I've never done it, but I've always wanted to try because there's a lot of good deals and stuff.
Black Friday is pure madness, and I don't know why anyone subjects themselves to that madness, standing outside in the freezing cold just to save $5 on a toaster.
Well, if you're really looking to get some bargains, I think the bargains are there.
I'd say Black Friday it's a pretty good thing for people to go out and buy stuff for pretty good prices and stuff like that.
We then asked the same people on what they think the effect will be with COVID-19.
Let's see how those interviews went.
I think there's going to be way less stores open, and you're not going to be able to go as early. I heard you can't even go, I think, on Thanksgiving or something.
Hopefully it'll restore some sanity and people will just stay home and maybe shop online.
Well, already it is, because already the stores are advertising that they have Black Friday things, specials and sales going on now, because I think they want people to get out and spend their money and make their purchases.
I'd say this year with Black Friday, the idea of going in person might seem a little bit hazardous, but I like how companies are doing the weekly deals for Black Friday this year. So it seems like this year what they're doing with it is a pretty good thing.
Now that you've heard the opinions from other people,
Whether you're still going out to shop or not,
be safe and wear your mask.
Things will be different for sure this year, as they are with everything. Hopefully people will be safe and make good decisions this holiday season.
For our last segment today, Tyler Kuslaka took to the halls of Salem High School to see what everyone's thoughts were on the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday.
Hi guys, I'm Tyler. COVID has been dragging us down a lot, so we wanted to lighten up the subject. I am going to walk around the halls and ask everyone what their favorite thing about Thanksgiving is. So let's go. Pumpkin pie or apple pie? Apple pie. Not even close, blueberry.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Wonderful. Okay, what is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Mashed potatoes.
That is close, but the answer I was looking for was stuffing. I bet she likes apple pie too. No. You've redeemed yourself. Okay. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, what is your aunt's name?
Kelly.
That is disgusting. Now we move along. Can I ask you a question? Okay. What is your aunt's name?
Pat.
Her parents did her dirty with that one. Let's go. Can I ask you a question, Ari?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Which relative are you most likely to get into a fist fight with for Thanksgiving?
My grandmother.
I feel the same. So, excuse me. Do you get stuck at the kids' table for Thanksgiving?
I still do, and I'm almost 25.
Excellent. Thank you. Excuse me, miss. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. Be honest with me. Are you still at the kids' table for Thanksgiving?
Yes. You're a loser.
Yes?
Sometimes.
I knew she was. That's why we asked.
Loser.
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay. You have to be completely honest with me.
Okay.
Are you still stuck at the kids' table for Thanksgiving?
I am not. I am out of the kids' table, finally, last year. First year.
That's surprising to me.
What?
Okay.
Sure.
So, will you be traveling for Thanksgiving this year?
No.
No? Good. Our country thanks you for your service. Seem to have found another person. Sir, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Yes, okay. Will you be traveling for Thanksgiving this year?
No.
Wonderful. He's protecting our community. Thank you, sir. Let's go. Excuse me? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Wonderful. Will you be traveling for Thanksgiving this year?
Yes.
Well, that is fantastic. I have found Miss Rona's next victim. Thank you for your interview today. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. What color did you use to draw your hand turkeys when you were a child?
Purple.
I like that answer. She's very original. Okay, thank you. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you believe in the Pilgrims?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yeah, because there's evidence of what they left behind.
Can you name a pilgrim for me right now? My point exactly. Well, we certainly got a lot of interesting answers today, and I am glad I do not go to this school, actually. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to throw it back to the anchors on this one. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in for a new episode of SHS Today. That's all we have for you this time.
We'll see you next week. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.